Alright, I'm going to do a quick video on one of my favorite tools to help with sloped ridges and redirecting implants. So this is called a Lindemann drill. It's a pointed pilot drill, and it would be really helpful in a couple of scenarios. So we'll go over that. So I get a lot of questions from especially implantologists that are just starting out on what to do in a case like this, where you've got, say you want to place an implant right here where you've got this sloped ridge that's 30 to 45 degrees of slope there. Use a traditional twist drill pilot as you're trying to go to get that lined up. There's a tendency for it to chatter and just walk around on you and not end up right where you want to be. So if you have access to the Lindemann drill, it's great in these scenarios. Because of that point, you don't have the flutes that are going to grab bone and spin you out. Basically, right wherever you put that point, it's just going to engage and stay there. So that's a great indication for it. Now, if you find yourself in a pinch where you need to put an implant in on a sloped ridge and you don't have a Lindemann drill available, there are other ways to work around it. One is if you move perpendicular to the slope and start your osteotomy. So you can go in a millimeter or so just through the cortex, and then straighten up and finish your osteotomy to where you'd like it. That's one way to handle it. Another way is to take a high-speed surgical handpiece or even your implant handpiece with a round burr, and just create a dimple or a divot there through the top of the cortex, and that'll also give you a nice starting place. But my favorite method is using the Lindemann drill. So let's talk about another indication for it. Say you're creating this beautiful osteotomy, and as you're coming here, you realize, oh, I'm just about to perforate through the lingual there. That's not good. So then you realize you need to redirect, which you can do with your normal drill, but there's a tendency for it to want to suck right back down that hole that you've already created. So this is another indication where it really works well with that point to engage and follow the path that you want to put it on. So I'll come exaggerate it just a little, just to get that point to purchase inside of the osteotomy, and then straighten it up to whatever angle is appropriate. And then once you get past the other trajectory, you can swap over to your normal setup. And then let's talk about one more indication where it's really helpful. That's if your spacing is off. Say you place this osteotomy here, and then you're looking at it and you realize, oh, I really want to be about a millimeter mesial to there. Well, that's not far enough away that you can create a separate hole. So you need to figure out a way to address that. And they make another version of this that has kind of a more serrated cutting edge on it. It's a little easier. This works fine for the same. What I do is I just come right down that hole, and then I'll go full speed and just drag that. So if I need to move easily, I'll just, and again, just like you would, make sure you have plenty of water and that you're coming in and out so you don't burn the bone. But I'll just hold the whole thing steady with a locked wrist and just drag that whole osteotomy to the mesial. Kind of. Then as you drag that over, you can see it creates an oblong hole. If you need to move a little bit buccal or lingual, you can do that too. So you're right where you want to be, and then from there, as you size up, you just want to make sure that you maintain that same trajectory. So, for example, as I move again over to my twist drill, if I just let it do its own thing, there's a it'll have a tendency to spin back and maybe end up where I started. So we'll line everything up, stabilize, lock your wrist out, stabilize, and then hold some pressure on that mesial wall as you're going up and down, just to make sure you stay on track. And then as you size up, the bigger your drill gets, the more likely it'll try to walk on you. This is another advantage too to using a tapered implant, is there's less tendency for it to want to chatter. But again, start of the hole, keep that everything locked out and keep that pressure to the mesial. And then as you can see, just start sizing up, and as that hole gets bigger than the starting pilot, it'll be less and less of an issue to want to fall back into the original hole where you're off trajectory. Another great indication for the Lindemann drill is placing immediates. For example, on an upper or maxillary molar, if you want to go right in the center of the roots and grab that bone, it'll keep you right where you want to be. And then immediate anteriors, where almost always you're going to want to create your osteotomy to the palatal of where the natural root was. Same thing, it's a great burr or drill bit to stay on path with that. So, and you can get these from just about any supplier that sells any sort of implant stuff. So, and they're pretty reasonably priced. So there you go.